Rural America is back in business. Better job prospects keeping young people around, but challenges linger as small towns face challenges to continued viability. NTV's Steve White has a special report on the grain of rural Nebraska.
A family with deep roots in a small town remains optimistic even as they make a difficult decision.
Thankful for the blessing and the opportunity.
The furniture store bearing the Lucas Savage name may be closing, but the faith passed on by Amy Shear's great-great-grandparents remains.
Once we made the decision, I just really felt God's peace to go through it, and even the support and His grace to get through. I mean, having to tell employees that news was really the hardest part.
Amy's the fifth generation, thrown into business at 22 after losing her dad. The decision to close doesn't come lightly. Along with her husband Tim, they choose to celebrate their success.
I hated to be the last one, but yet we were for 28 years, so that's good.
Yeah, because there was a possibility that 28 years ago there would have had to been something done because there wasn't anybody left in the family that was really in the position to do anything.
Driving through town, the store dominates the community. But Amy says changing consumer trends have made it difficult to continue.
Just the economy is different. I think even people, buying products that last for a long time, that's changed.
Other Nebraska communities, too, face uncertain futures. But looking around this room, you'll find hundreds of young people with a passion for small-town life. But the founding director of the Rural Futures Institute is upfront about the prospects.
Okay, here's the deal. We can't save every community. We can't sprinkle fairy dust and make it happen. This is a no fairy tales deal. We recognize that in order for these communities to be successful, there has to be genuine economic activity there.
Tim Shear, past chair of the Nebraska Corn Board, remains optimistic on the viability of rural Nebraska.
Our culture and our society here is just a great place to live and a great place to be part of.
And while the store closes, the couple is hopeful another family business, their farm, will continue to the next generation despite the current economy.
There's not a lot of opportunity when we look at the capital expenditures that we'd have to make to purchase land or even to rent land at this point. It's going to be pretty tough on the crop side of things. But livestock operations do give us several opportunities to grow and expand and bring families back.
Rural populations have stabilized, and many young people are coming back to the farm or to their hometown. In Farwell, the Shears believe there's still a future.
I really think there's a lot of potential.
Come up with new things to do and new ways to use buildings, and
you never know what ideas people might have.
Grateful for their opportunity.
Privileged to be able to continue it.
In part 3, we head to Binkelman, a small community that's lost population and grown older, but meet a young entrepreneur with a big vision and learn how small communities might be able to innovate their way to success.
And we'll have the final installment of Steve's series next week. Later, a visit to the Gateway Farm Expo. Weather's coming up next.